Alright guys, Fawkes1989 here, back with another episode of Monster Hunter. So if you remember in our last episode, we went through our tutorial missions, and we're doing a little walkthrough of what's available on the port. I showed that you can get things that you normally can't get in the regular village, or you get much easier here, by purchasing the monster bones that were necessary to upgrade my crossbow gun. Now, just through here is the guild, well, the tavern. So this is where you go to partake in multiplayer quests. And this is your arena clerk. So this is where you can do arena fights, where you have to use fixed armor and weapon sets, and go for the best time. This is the guild master. He's basically going to be the one that gives you your urgent quests and is the one who actually signs your bill to actually be a hunter in the guild. So until you've talked to him for the first and second time, you can't actually take quests. But now that we've done that, skip through what she says. She's explaining about the HR system. So there's HR, or hunter rank, where you have to be a specific HR or hunter rank before you can take on specific quests. So right now I'm an HR 1 hunter, meaning I can only take on 1-star quests. Once I've defeated certain quests that are what they call key quests, which are not directly shown, but you can always look them up places like the wiki, you'll unlock what's called an urgent, which is what this third question scroll is, where you have to do a particular urgent, which for rank 1 it's Legiacrus, and then become rank 2. After you reach rank 2, there's another one which is Double Trouble, where you have to fight a Raytheon and a Rathlos together. After that you unlock high rank. This is your canteen. You will be getting one of these in the village as well, so I'm not going to go into it here. This guy gives you free well-done steak, which is another reason to come here. Gives me 10 well-done steaks. Very, very useful. And this is just your item box where you can swap items, but you cannot swap in or out drop everything here. You cannot swap in or out armor. And this is your gate where you would leave for quests. So we're not going to worry about doing any online quests at the moment, so I'm going to actually head back to the village. Now there's two ways you can do this, which I just remember now. I can do what's called fast travel. So if I attempt to go here, you see where it says A to travel to tavern, or X to fast travel. So if I push X, it brings up this menu here. It's basically the same as talking to Neko, which is your second way. Go talk to Neko. This can be done from either side of the gate, so I can go from the tavern directly into here, and vice versa. Now, the gal with the goods has something to say, so we're going to talk to her. So, book of combos. Basically, she has new stuff. Now, this is your monster info. By buying it, it'll allow you to get things such as kill counts and capture counts in your monster notes. These are book of combos. Carrying them either on your person or in your box will increase your combo rate in that particular location. I usually buy one of each to keep in the box. It might be useful to have 1, 2, and 3 with you if you're a bow gunner, so you can combine up new ammo. But early in the game, that's not really going to be necessary. Now, there's different kinds of ammo, so I'm going to explain what we do have right now. Normal 2. See, normal shots are basically your run-of-the-mill shots. They fire from the gun, they hit the monster, damage is dealt, end of story. So normal 1 will do a single hit of 6% of your weapon's damage. Normal 2 is twice as strong as normal 1, doing a single hit of 12% of your weapon's damage. Normal 3, which we don't have available yet, is actually weaker than normal 2, only doing 10% of your weapon's damage. However, it has the ability to ricochet off its target and hit multiple times, up to 4 times, still hitting for 10% of your weapon damage each time. Meaning you can do one shot can do a total of 40% of your weapon's damage. So it can be incredibly strong, but it is technically speaking weaker than normal 2. Pierce shots do either 2, 3, or 4, I believe it is, hits in a row based on the level, and each hit does, I think, 8% of your weapon damage. Pellet is going to be the most useful thing right now, so I'm going to completely load up on it. Each pellet hit does 5% of your weapon damage, but you get more pellets when you use a better shot. But pellets are also based on what's between you and your intended target and your distance from the intended target. So for example, if you're right up against the intended target, it's actually not going to be all that effective. If you're, say, 1 back hop or 1.5 back hops away, you'll be doing maximum damage as long as there's nothing in between. But there's no targeting, no direct targeting with it. So anything in front of you is a viable target. Meaning if there's 2 small Jaggy and great Jaggy on screen, chances are you're going to hit the small Jaggy more than the big and the great Jaggy. Crag is basically like a grenade shot. So you fire it, it kind of bores itself into the flesh of the monster, and then about a second later it will explode. It deals a small amount of damage when it first hits and a much larger portion of damage once it explodes. The main trick with this one here is if you manage to land the shot on the monster's head, the explosion will do KO damage. Sub-shots simply gain power when underwater. The bullets will not only travel faster because they kind of work like little torpedoes, but they also actually do more damage. I think it's a 2% or 4% bonus when they're in the water. Now, empty files are used for creating bow coatings. Power coatings simply just increase the power of the shot. I think it's 1.25, might be 1.2. Close range coatings will increase the shot of close range shots, like less than 1 back hop away, by I think it's 1.5. And it will also increase the sharpness of your melee slashes as well as the damage that they do. Poison coatings, there's also poison shots available, I don't have unlocked, will do poison damage as well as a small amount of physical damage when the actual arrow/bullet hits. Same with para, same with sleep, and exhaust don't do damage. I'm not sure about the arrows because I think they're, but basically how it works is if you hit the body, you will cause them to tire out faster. If you hit the head, it will do KO damage. Paint coatings work the same as paint balls. They're frankly practically useless because you have to, unless you have an unlimited light bow gun, which you can then reload all your ammo at the same time, so take a paint shot then move off to something else without having to reload. Otherwise, it's useless to get one shot in and have to reload to a new shot. That's just a waste of time. You'd rather just throw a paintball and pull out your gun. Or bow. So, as I said, I'm going to load up on this. Now, if you notice, there's a little X over the actual icon here, but there's not here. So the X means you cannot fire that particular piece of ammo. So I'm going to load up on normal 2 shots. And my pellet shots, I can't hold anything else in the moment. You always have an infinite amount of normal 1 shots, but they're so weak that it's practically not going to do you any good anyways. Now, our first couple quests are very simple. They're gathering quests. Most time, we're 8 minutes in. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do this quest here. It's mushroom gathering. So now that our base camp is all nice and fixed up pretty clean, we can go and start our quests. Now I'm going to do a quick little talk about a base camp. Now most base camps are identical in basic features, but actually vary in aesthetic changes. Now, this is the camp bed. Sleeping in the camp bed at any time will completely refill your health and stamina, as well as cure any negative statuses and blights. So if you're poisoned, this will get rid of it. It does waste time, however, so most people will try to avoid doing it whenever possible. And if you have the feline insomniac, you cannot sleep, or you cannot follow sleeping quests, even on the camp bed. Now, this is a simple mission, so I'm just going to equip my normal ones. Now, this is your drop-off quest, delivery box. So whenever you have to pick up items, like right now I gotta go find mushrooms, this is where I'll bring them in order to finish the quest. And this is your supply box. So in here there's usually some supplies for starting the quest. Some of them are free to take and don't need to be given back, such as the ammo, the coatings, Actually, just go ahead and take those so I have them for later. These I can't take because I'm already full up on them. The map is practically useless unless you don't know your way around. As you can see, the map, as you can see just beside the supply box menu, is blanked out. Taking the map will allow you to view the entire map. But for anybody who's good enough at the game and knows the basic layout of all the maps, it's just a wasted inventory space. First aid meds are just basic potions. Rations are basic rare steaks. Whetstones are unnecessary unless you are a blade master. So rations work like rare steaks, except you can eat them much faster. About the same speed as eating a potion. Now, rations and first aid meds are what they call supply items, meaning that at the end of the quest, they disappear. You don't get to keep them. So the quest is to gather mushrooms. So if you see over here, there are some mushrooms sitting on a log. I can gather from there to gather mushrooms. Unique shroom is what I need. I need 3 of them. Choice mushrooms are an account item, which is an item that you turn in at the end of the quest automatically and get a cash value for. There's my second unique mushroom. And there's my third. And I don't want to waste too much time as this is a let's play, so we're going to go ahead and just turn in our quest. So, as I said, when you need to make a delivery, come over here to the delivery box, push A. It'll turn in my choice mushroom at the same time, giving me 500 extra zenny. And that's it. So, 20 seconds later, we're going to go back, and just for lols, we're going to come and sleep on the cat bed. Those 20 seconds are still ticking away, and there we go, quest complete. Every quest complete, your hunter pulls this little animation. It's actually the exact same as the eating/drinking animation, which is why you saw him reach up to his mouth first before he pulled the little pose. So, you get rewards for doing these. In addition to getting back your quest fee, you also get a quest reward in zenny, but you also get items. Now you have base rewards. These are based on the actual quest you're doing and have specific drop rates. If you notice where it says wound cap at the top of the screen in blue, that's referring to anything in this section here, which is what you get for wounding/capturing a monster. So we're going to go ahead and send everything here to my box. You have the ability to either take, or actually add it directly into your inventory, or send a box, which means it'll send it to your item box at home. When you're done, you simply hit done. Any items that you chose not to take will be sold off and the money transferred to your account. After every mission, you are given the option to save your data. This is optional, so if you fail a quest and don't want that fail recorded, you can just choose not to save and simply just restart from your last spot. But this means that if you were to, for example, lose power to your Wii in between quests, the only thing you'll lose is the preparation for the next quest. You won't lose the rewards of the previous quest. Now there's 2 kids that have something to say somewhere around the village. I actually believe the next one is inside your house. And they're going to give you snake bee larva and mega fishing fly. And these can be combined to make... Oh, here he is. These can be combined to make golden fish bait. So if you go to combine, choose the snake bee larva and the mega fishing fly and combine. So golden fish bait. Do it again, another golden fish bait. And the reason why they're giving you this golden fish bait here is because then one of the next quests, because you're given a couple more. If you go over here, golden fish opportunity is to deliver 3 golden fish, which you need the bait for. So we're going to do that one really quick. If you want to cancel a quest, you can talk to her, because you cannot leave the village through free hunt. You cannot even go back into your room while you have a quest active. You have to disengage the quest, which means you will be refunded your mission bonus, your mission payment. So you're given 1 more golden fish bait, which gives you a total of 3. And one thing we're going to do here is we're going to take the shortcut. Now I shouldn't need to equip anything, because I shouldn't need to do any battling. If you jump over into the water here, you see that there's a tunnel underneath the water. Now, there's not a secret in every base camp, but there is in several, including this one, Sandy Plains, Flooded Forest has one, Tundra doesn't, Volcano doesn't, Mountain Village, or Misty Peaks doesn't. Anyways, what you want to do is, if you look over, you see where there's fish over there in the far side there. Take a run over there. Now, none of these are golden fish, but if we go ahead and cast our golden fish bait out using Y, it'll scare away the regular fish and call in golden fish. Now, it's kind of like fishing in Animal Crossing if you ever played that. So they'll start nibbling, but as soon as you see one pull your floater underwater, you go ahead and hit the button, and it's pulled in. And it is possible that if multiple fish are engaging the pulling the bobber down at the same time, you can actually catch multiple fish at once. I've done it probably about thrice in my monster hunting career. So that's 2 golden fish caught. I just need 1 more. Come on, guys, stop swimming around and grab it. I pulled it out too early. That was my mistake. And don't you all be going making that's what she said jokes. If anything, that would have been when he said. Oh, look at that, I got 2 of them. Speak of the devil. So if I go into my inventory, I should have 4 golden fish, which I do. Oops, I rolled and scared away all the fish. That's okay, I don't need them anymore. I already got what I need, plus 1. Now, golden fish and small golden fish are both worth 500 zenny. The only difference is that small golden fish are sellable outside of quests, whereas golden fish are account items and technically cannot leave the quest. Just gonna startle these Malinxes here. Oh, no, I need that. Now, if you manage to kill a, or I should say, defeat a Malinx, because technically speaking they're not killed, they will dig into the ground and disappear. If you manage to defeat a Malinx before it manages to get away with your goods, you do get them back. But if a Malinx manages to actually dig into the ground before you manage to deal enough damage to defeat it, then you will lose your object, and you'll have to go hunt it down at the Malinx camp. If you leave the quest without retrieving your item, it is irreversibly stolen. So make sure that if they ever steal something good, that you make all efforts to get it back. There was one time where I had my power claw, or power talon, stolen. See, later in the game you'll be able to get these things called power charms and armor charms. Simply holding onto them in your inventory will increase your attack by a small amount. However, once you defeat the gigantic enemy Devil Joe, he's gigantic, he's quite big, and quite strong, you have a chance of getting Devil Joe talons. If you combine them with your charms, you get much stronger versions that actually stack with weaker versions. So if you buy an armor charm and talon, or an armor and power charm, and then combine them to make talons, you can actually go and purchase another armor charm and talon, or armor charm and power charm, to stack with your armor and power talons, giving you a much higher boost. Now we're at 19 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. I am actually just going to go ahead and store this stuff here away. And on my next episode, we'll see if we can take on the last few single star quests. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks for listening. This is Fawkes1989, and I'll catch you guys soon.